Hey everyone, we're back, and my name is Minister James Moss, and this is Continuing Education. We are in the book of Luke, and we're about to wrap up chapter 18, okay? So we're in chapter 18, we're going to cover verses 35 through 43, which will take us to the end of the chapter. This one is Jesus heals a blind beggar. All right, so this one's going to be fairly short, not as short as the last one, maybe just about a minute or so more, okay, depending on how much I talk, right? Okay. All right, so I'll try not to talk a lot. Let's get to the lesson, okay? The healing of the blind man is the last miracle before the Passion Week. On his approach to Jerusalem, Jesus went through Jericho. Here, a blind man, a person considered insignificant by others, cried out for mercy and expressed his faith in Jesus as the Messiah who could save him. His bold faith was rewarded. All right. And here we go. And it came to pass that as he was come nigh unto Jericho, a certain blind man sat by the wayside begging. And hearing the multitude pass, he asked what it meant. And they told him that Jesus of Nazareth passes by. And he cried, saying, Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy on me. And they which went before rebuked him that he should hold his peace. But he cried so much the more, Thou son of David, have mercy on me. And Jesus stood and commanded him to be brought unto him. And when he was come near, he asked him, saying, What wilt thou that I shall do unto thee? And he said Lord, that I may receive my sight. And Jesus said unto him, Receive thy sight, thy faith has saved thee. And immediately he received his sight and followed him, glorifying God. And all the people, when they saw it, gave praise unto God. All right. So verses 35 and 36, continuing on their journey toward Jerusalem, Jesus and the disciples approached Jericho. The Old Testament city of Jericho had been destroyed by the Israelites, but during his rule over Palestine, Herod the Great had rebuilt the city as a site for his winter palace. Jericho was a popular and wealthy resort city not far from the Jordan River, about 18 miles northeast of Jerusalem. They came upon a blind beggar who was sitting beside the road. Beggars often waited along the roads near cities because that was where they were able to contact the most people. Usually disabled in some way, beggars were unable to work for a living. Thus, beggars had little hope of escaping their degrading way of life. Verses 37 through 39. When the blind man heard that Jesus of Nazareth was going by, he shamelessly cried out for Jesus' attention. He called Son of David, a title for the Messiah. This means that the blind man understood Jesus to be the long-awaited Messiah. The crowds tried to hush the man, perhaps trying to keep Jesus from being harassed by beggars, but that only made the blind man more persistent. Verses 40 and 41. Any normal human being heading towards certain death would be extremely preoccupied and probably not necessarily in the mood to help others. But Jesus did not reject the man as the crowd had done. He ordered that the man be brought to him, then asked him to voice his request. The man replied unhesitatingly, I want to see. How many times in his life had he voiced that desire? Probably thousands, but here he stood before the one person in the universe who could actually make his desire a reality, and he would not have asked if he had not believed that it could be so. Verses 42 and 43, Jesus recognized the man's faith. As a result of such faith, Jesus healed him. All Jesus did was speak the words, and instantly the man could see, and immediately joined the crowd of followers, staying with Jesus and praising God. This was also the response of the people in the crowd. There were no healings of the blind recorded in the Old Testament, so the Jews believed that such a miracle would be a sign that the Messianic age had begun. Jesus healed other blind people as well, so these people knew something special was happening. A poor and blind beggar could see that Jesus was the Messiah, and the crowds understood that God was to be praised for such miracles. But the religious leaders who saw his miracles were blinded to his identity and refused to recognize him as the Messiah. All right, so quickly with this one, there's a lot of prophetic things that you can find in it. There's a lot of crossroads and teaching that you can use with this. The man is on the side of a road. He's begging. He has no way to provide for himself because he can't see. and he hears about Jesus coming along, and he automatically knows who Jesus is. And even though, and we had this saying sometimes, like when we watch sports or something was just the irony is that it was just so visible, so plain that we say, oh man, Stevie Wonder could have saw that blind, or Ray Charles could have saw that coming. Somebody blind, oh, a blind person could have saw that coming. You didn't see that happening. So here it was that this is the literal expression of that. A blind man saw him coming. A blind man recognized who he is, but those with the sight still had problems understanding and accepting who he is. Wow. So anyway, like I said, there's a lot of parallels that we could use on this one healing. It may seem like a very small thing, but it speaks volumes, and this is why the author Luke put it in there. It speaks volumes in so many different ways. So until next time, God bless you. God keep you. Thank you for all your support to this ministry and the things that we're doing to help forward the gospel. And tell somebody, tell a neighbor, tell a friend, tell a family member, tell an enemy, tell plenty of enemies. God loves you. God loves them. And that salvation is free. All you got to do is want it. Until next time, God bless you. God keep you. Keep studying.